Hi there. I haven't read to you for a long time, so I'm going to read again. Today we're going to read Pooh's Puzzling Plant. Let's get started. There we go. This is what the inside looks like. Okay. One sunny spring day, Pooh and Christopher Robin found Rabbit working hard in the patch of earth where his garden would eventually grow. "Hello, Rabbit," said Pooh. "What are you doing with all that dirt?" "Planting seeds to start my garden," said Rabbit. "What kind of seeds?" asked Christopher Robin. "Oh, all kinds of seeds," replied Rabbit. "But right now I'm planting pumpkin seeds." Pooh smiled. Can a bear a very little brain grow a pumpkin too? What do you think? These are the pictures. "A growing pumpkin needs lots of special care," Rabbit explained. "You must be organized. First, you have to find a good garden spot. Second, you must dig a nice hole for the seed. Third, you have to cover the seed with dirt and pat it down just so. Then it needs plenty of sunshine and water and time to grow." "That does sound like a lot of work." "But I will take good care of it," promised Pooh. "Well, all right," said Pooh Rabbit, handing Pooh a seed. You want to see the picture? Oh, look, there it is. He's handing over the seed. So Pooh and Christopher Robin went off to find a good garden spot. They found a nice sunny patch near Pooh's house where it would be perfect to plant the pumpkin seed. Christopher Robin dug a hole for the seed. Then Pooh covered the seed with earth, patting it down just so, the way Rabbit had shown them. "I will sit here and watch the pumpkin grow," Pooh told Christopher Robin. See him planting the seed? "Do you plant plants?" "I think you do." "But Pooh," said Christopher Robin, "the pumpkin won't be ripe until next fall. That's an awful lot of sitting." "My pumpkin needs special care," proclaimed Pooh, "and that's just what I will give it, because I promised Rabbit I would." "Well, a promise is a promise," Christopher Robin remarked. "But if it's going to take that much sitting, I need to get something to eat," said Pooh. "Is that all right, Christopher Robin?" "Of course," answered Christopher Robin. He's looking at his pretty seed that he planted. He's going to wait for a plant to come up. I think that'll take a long time myself. Pooh went home and soon returned with all his honey pots. "I hope this will be enough," he thought. Christopher Robin did say it would take a lot of sitting. Then Pooh sat down and he watched the spot where the seed was planted. He watched and ate and watched. And while he did, the afternoon turned into evening, but there was still no pumpkin. Finally, Pooh went home to sleep. There he is, sitting and eating. Early the next morning, Pooh returned to the spot where the seed was planted. Again he sat and waited, and ate it, and ate. After several weeks of the same sort of thing, it was summer. "Hello, Pooh," said Piglet one day. "What a pretty vine you are growing." "Oh, bother," replied Pooh sadly. "What's the matter, Pooh?" "I wanted a pumpkin," Pooh replied. "Well, it's just the beginning," Pooh said. Piglet, "wait and see. You are taking good care of it, and it looks very healthy. Maybe it will surprise you." "Can you see the vine growing?" "I do." So Pooh went on watching and eating and caring for the vine. As summer wore on, a flower appeared. Pooh was looking at the flower, feeling very puzzled, when Owl flew over. "Good morning, my young friend," said Owl as he landed beside Pooh. "What is this you have here?" "I'm not sure," said Pooh. "Piglet said it might surprise me, and it has." After carefully examining the flower, Owl declared, "Pooh, This is an impeccable specimen, a fine example of its kind. Do not halt the continuation of your excellent work. See the flower on there now? Oh, and the owl, that is getting growing. Pooh looked even more puzzled. Oh, my dear Pooh, what is the matter? Owl asked. Oh, Owl, answered Pooh sadly. I thought I had planted a pumpkin, not a flower. I will be happy to inform you what it is you are growing here, said Owl. You have a vine, you have a flower. A flower grows on a vine before there is a cucumber. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that you are growing a fine cucumber. Oh my, Pooh replied. Do cucumbers taste good with honey? Look at that picture. Discussing the flower. Pooh looked back at his plant. It had big leaves, and the ends of the vines were curly like springs. Pooh studied the flower. It was white and shaped sort of like a horn. Think, 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 he said to himself. Rabbit gave me a pumpkin seed, so why would this grow into a cucumber? I'll keep caring for this plant and see what happens. Like Piglet said, it has surprised me. Maybe it will surprise me some more. Look at him thinking there. Do you look like that when you think? Pooh went back to work, watching the plant and eating his honey. From time to time, the hot summer sun seemed to dry out the ground. When it did, Pooh got his watering can and watered the plant, just like Rabbit had told him. Occasionally, the sun made Pooh a bit sleepy, and he would take a short nap. And in this way, time passed and summer began to turn to autumn. Do you notice any changes on that plant? I've gone this far, thought Pooh to himself. I might as well just keep watching and eating, Pooh added. But that's all right, I don't mind, especially not the eating part. The green ball grew bigger. Uh-oh, I skipped a page. Well, dang it. The air seemed cooler, and the leaves began to change colors. And one day, Pooh woke up from a nap and found Eeyore standing over him. Pooh, forgive me for mentioning it, Eeyore droned, but I thought you should know there is a ball of green growing on your vine. A ball of green? Pooh asked. Well, look for yourself, replied Eeyore. So there is, said Pooh sadly. Do you not want a green ball? Eeyore asked. I want a pumpkin, Eeyore, cried Pooh. Not a vine, a flower, a cucumber, or a green ball. I've gone this far, I thought Pooh to himself. I might as well keep watching and eating, Pooh added. But that's all right, I don't mind, especially not the eating part. The green ball grew bigger and bigger. And he sat by his plant every day and ate pot after pot of honey. Pooh's tummy got bigger and bigger. Here's the pictures, because I realized I got so excited I missed showing you a picture. See Eeyore there looking at the green ball? And there's the plant growing and growing. And Pooh, his tummy is growing and growing also. Days and weeks passed. One morning, Pooh saw that a small part of the ball had started to turn orange. Every day after that, it became more and more orange. Then the air got much cooler, and the leaves fell from the trees. And there on Pooh's vine was a huge orange pumpkin. Look at that! Oh my gosh! A beautiful orange pumpkin. Everyone gathered around Pooh and his pumpkin. They looked from Pooh to the pumpkin and from the pumpkin back to Pooh. That pumpkin's a tigerific color, and it looks just like your tummy, Pooh, laughed Tigger. Oh my, I think you're right, agreed Pooh. Silly old bear, said Christopher Robin. You gave the pumpkin so much care that you grew along with it. Yes, I suppose you might say that honey and pumpkins go very well together, giggled Pooh. Look at that. Oh, doesn't he have the most beautiful pumpkin? And he's looking at it with all his friends that have come by to admire it. That is so nice of all of them. Let's see. We have one more page. Well then, said Christopher Robin, how about pumpkin honey pie? I'm sure Kanga would be happy to make this wonderful pumpkin into a yummy pie for us. Super-de-duper delicious, shouted Tigger, bouncing away towards Kanga's house. Everyone else thought so too, so off they went, carrying Pooh's extra special pumpkin. And there it is. Christopher Robin, Pooh, Tigger, and the rabbit, with Owl, it looks like, flying overhead. All right, that's the end of our book. I hope you enjoyed Pooh's first puzzling plant. Bye-bye.